But I feel like the Titans are a pretty safe bet to run away with the AFC South at this moment. Now, the Colts might turn this thing around. Let's not get this thing crazy. Two Springs might learn he has to stay in the pocket because he can't roam and go anywhere, and that might set the team up better, by the way. Phil Rivers couldn't run at all. Phil Rivers could not really move at all, and that offense was efficient. Now, it's obviously Sirianni's left. Right. There's a new offensive coordinator. There's some other things going on, but I think this team could get hot. But right now, it would be very dumb not to say the Titans, especially after that second half in overtime against Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, aren't the favorite in the AFC.
Julio coming back, too. He looks great, but, I mean, I am not completely sold on Urban not leaving after the season. Like, think about what happened in Florida. As soon as things went south, Urban said, my heart's fucking killing me. I got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but he already won a national championship there.
Yeah, exactly. And so he probably wants to go back, and he's looking around at Jacksonville and looking around at 31 Alabama saying, yeah, shit, I don't have a goddamn chance, especially in the AFC.
What he just referenced there, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but we did not run the clip. Vic Fangio, head coach of the Denver Broncos, who people have been asking to get fired for years, it feels like.
Long time.
Got a great team right now with Teddy Two Gloves undefeated. He said he got a chance to chat with Urban Meyer after the game, and this is what happened.
I don't know Urban Meyer at all, really. I met him the other day, shook his hand before the game and after the game. And his comment to me was every week it's like playing Alabama in the NFL. And that's it. Everybody's capable of beating everybody in this.
Any given Sunday, and it's not just, and Todd Haley said, like a super Alabama, though, not just Alabama. And that's real, though, because in college, there are some weeks that not that you can take any games off because there are upsets that are insane, and we've all just thought of our favorite one in our head right now. I just saw Corey blocking the field goal from Appalachian State over Michigan. It happens every weekend. Jackson State just beat Florida State. Yep. I mean, these things happen, but there are a lot of weeks where okay, we roll the ball on the field, we're going to win. And when we win, our program's going to continue to grow, and then there's a couple games we got to really get up for. It's like in the NFL, everybody's trying to keep their jobs. Everybody's trying to make money. So players are going, coaches are going. And I still believe that a lot of the NFL coaches go like, hey, Urban, we respect what you did in college, but it's a different game up here. You, just like a lot of your other college football friends. And Pete Carroll, I guess people will say he had success at USC. He was in the NFL, though, before that as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if he's necessarily just a college coach. I think he's been an NFL coach. I became a college coach. I came back to the NFL. But a lot of college coaches have failed in the NFL. And I think a lot of NFL coaches around that maybe we don't know. Maybe, obviously, head coaches and some offense coordinators and some defense coordinators, depending upon the team. But I bet there's a lot of position coaches who's been around that are just like, yeah, we are trying to embarrass this guy.
Yeah.
And that is every single week. And I think that's what Saban has Alabama do every single week is like go every week. But that is really the thing. And I love the Fangio just like, yeah, dude, this is what the fucking men's league is.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I love that. But maybe Urban sees it as a challenge as opposed to something he doesn't want to do every single day.
But you even mentioned Saban. Like Saban, by all accounts, is considered one of the greatest college coaches of all time. But
I think he's the greatest at this point, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Bayer, maybe?
I don't know college.
I don't know the history.
Saban's one more than him.
Yeah.
Bayer, Urban's up there. But it's like, hey, dude, that's your avenue. Just stay in it. The NFL's not meant for everybody.
But if he goes and wins in the NFL, guess who didn't?
Saban.
So maybe while out on that boat, he was out on
Speedo
that boat
party.
giving that interview. Yeah, Speedo party out there. Just getting after it, by the way, a couple guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sound like a
Fishing.
yeah, CBD fishing.
fellas.
Oh, yeah, doing the whole thing, obviously.
Boys
during that
being
interview.
boys. What? Yeah. Put some pants on.
come hit this.
I bet that on that boat they had a conversation like, you know what Saban done? Everybody's talking about Saban. They forget I did this. Utah, Florida, Ohio State.
What?
I mean, I've been doing this everywhere. What are we even talking about here? He never won the NFL? Fuck it, I'll go to the NFL. Let me call Con from his boat that I'm on right now. Hey, I want to come to the NFL. And then nobody said, like, what happens if you just fucking lose every game?
Exactly.
Nobody said that, you think? Or do you think somebody said that? Do you think somebody told him, like, it's going to be a long road, it's going to be difficult? You don't think anybody told him that?
No one said
I don't
that.
think so.
I think somebody had to have told him that. Do you don't think?
With Trevor Lawrence, they're probably like, you'll get Trevor. You'll be great. And also, apparently, the Jags O-line has been very good this year so far. They're like second in least amount of pressures in the league. So it feels like it's a lot on Urban right now.
Yeah, and he was asked if he was outcoached, and he said, I don't think he was outcoached, no. But that is a question everybody asks after a loss. Right? It's like I love that the media people are now like, You think your team's getting embarrassed out there, or do you think your team's on an even playing field just because this is the first time you've ever really been able to say anything like this to Urban Meyer? You know, because even when Urban Meyer would lose in the playoffs or in the national championship or whatever, it was a good year. We'll bounce back next year. Another top 2 recruiting class coming in, and then boom, here we go. There's never really been time for some media members to look at Urban and ask him, like, your team seemed to be unprepared on third downs and in the red zone. Your thoughts on that? Like, that doesn't happen in college football.
No.
Like, those types of things do not happen. Now, the people that maybe don't love Urban, and I'm not saying that this is something that might not even be real, but I'm assuming there are some media people who are excited to potentially ask a question to Urban if things continue to go sour, because Urban has never been in a situation. We haven't seen him in a situation since what, Bowling Green, which is like 30 years ago or whatever. So this could become a long year for Urban. I hope. Unlike you, I hope he sticks around and turns this thing around, because that would be pretty sweet to watch.
Well, and it's still early, obviously, and they have a lot of time to, kind of turn things around a little bit and improve. But if they are historically bad this year, like if they go 1-16 or 0-17, like I do have a tough time thinking that he'd be like, okay, let's do it again next year. Like, what, he's lost 9 games in his coaching career in college, and then you turn around your first season in the NFL, you lose 17. You have
whoa! You just said they're going to go 0-17.
I'm not saying they will, but if they were
On
to be
pace.
historically bad, they've looked really bad
And
so far.
they are by far the odds-on favorites to go 0-17.
Yeah, that's why I see the stuff with the Lions. It's like you can tell, like they're at least. I mean, they'll compete. They'll play like the Jags going into those games. It's just like it feels like very early. It's like they're gonna get killed. They're gonna get crushed today.
No conversation about Trevor Lawrence though. Everything's about Urban Meyer. So Urban is probably pretty appreciative of that. Remember, if Urban's painting this as like, I'm a super genius, he brought in Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was the conversation of all of training camp. Now, if they're stinking, he's the conversation instead of Trevor Lawrence. Protecting his quarterback. That's what Urban Meyer does. Protects his players. That's what people are going to want to come play for him in the offseason, especially if you're able to offer them the most amount of money.
Yeah.
And there's a salary cap, and other teams can offer just as much as you can. It's a fascinating tale to see how this whole thing works out with him.
The Lions in Detroit don't win very much, so I don't want to take this from them. They are the favorites to go 0-17.
Damn, the Lions are.
Yeah, they're plus 150. Jags are plus 250.
That's a bad bet. Lions are going to win some football games this
that's
year.
the last winless team.
Some schedules involved with that.
Is there this team probably going to go?
Jags to go 0-17 plus 2,000. Lions to go 0-17 plus 1,800.
Okay. All right.
Plus 2,000.
I was
JG
wrong.
boys.
The Jags
Jets
aren't by far.
Jets are also plus 2,000 to go 0-17.
Hammer it.